Steady now.
After close to 3 decades, it can be hard to articulate how important Final Fantasy VII was. It marked Squaresoft's defection from Nintendo to Sony, as their disc-based PlayStation console proved more tantalizing to their ambitions. It was the first global release for the series, and notably, the first mainline entry to see a European release. It was also a gigantic hit, both helping PlayStation become the dominant 5th generation console and making Japanese role-playing games popular worldwide. But perhaps most importantly, Final Fantasy VII remains a gold standard for the genre which only a special few have managed to reach. If Final Fantasy VI marked the high watermark for Square's work during the 16-bit era, Final Fantasy VII sees a bold new beginning as the series' first 3D entry. Pre-rendered backdrops, 3D battles, and full-motion video replaced the sprites of old, and for the time, it was a technical marvel. Backdrops look crisp, vivid, and detailed as they bring to life the weathered slums of Midgar, the rustic Nibelheim with accompanying creepy mansion, and the Golden Saucer theme park. Battles also proved stunning, with detailed 3D models and impressive animation buoyed by explosive summons which remain a treat for the eyes. It's also novel seeing previously pre-rendered backgrounds recreated in 3D for combat. The full motion videos are a treat, punctuating key moments spectacularly, such as the iconic intro, which transitions to a wide shot of Midgar. The only thing you could levy at the visuals is that the chibi-esque models during exploration aren't quite as impressive, though they certainly don't detract from the splendour. But this game is so much more than technology, as Squaresoft excelled in almost every area. The story remains a well-articulated affair that is deep yet concise, and never devolves into self-indulgence. It concerns Cloud, a mercenary who accepts a job from eco-terrorists known as Avalanche to bomb Mako reactors around Midgar that are draining the planet of its energy. Things soon become considerably more complicated, however, with the arrival of arch-nemesis Sephiroth and Shinra becoming ever more tyrannical. Cloud and his growing party leave the confines of Midgar and explore the broader world to save it from destruction. A few translation issues aside, the story here is a joy. Cloud proves a likeably flawed hero with a complex backstory that reveals itself slowly. Party members such as the feisty yet gold-hearted Barret or Red 13 and his emotional backstory leave their mark, and Sephiroth proves a terrifying villain with an iconic, destructive presence. There are far too many memorable moments to list, including one of the most shocking deaths in gaming, and it begs to be experienced at least once. These moments are heightened by FF7's sound, another area in which Squaresoft excelled. Sound effects, including the iconic menu bleeps, are retained or bettered with the PS1's improved capabilities. But the music remains the jewel in the crown, a lengthy OST that is memorable across the board. The toe-tapping battle and boss themes never grow tiresome. The sweeping world map accompaniment is suitably epic, and the victory fanfare is a sweet reward for a fight well fought. But it's those tracks tied to those iconic moments which stay with you long after completion. Red 13's story is concluded with the Great Warrior, a tender yet hopeful mix of flute and drums that heightens the emotions. Sephiroth's appearances are backed by an unnerving mix of bell chimes and ominous synth cries, only amplifying his aura. Even dungeon themes, such as the melancholy City of Ancients theme, all hit the mark. It's an auditory treat. Perhaps FF7's most timeless aspect is its gameplay. It's actually fairly similar to previous entries, seeing you explore a raft of locations while battling in turn-based encounters. After a few hours, you'll eventually be able to explore the world map, which is pretty large, though you slowly gain vehicles which aid in travel. There's a handful of side quests along with the main story, some of which bring great rewards, such as powerful equipment. In battle, the active time battle sees a meter governing when you can attack, defend, or use magic and items. Monsters come in a huge variety of unsettling forms, with creepy bosses proving the highlight. There are also some novel diversions rendered in full 3D, such as a motorcycle escape from Shinra or snowboarding. This entry is perhaps its series' most well balanced, proving accessible for those unfamiliar with the genre, as a gradual curve requires little grinding, unlike some prior entries. It's often why this game is recommended as a starting point for newcomers. Perhaps the strongest aspect of Final Fantasy VII is its materia system, something which few JRPGs have managed to better. Rather than tying magical skills to specific characters, each is governed by a colourful sphere which you insert into either armour or weapons. They come in a variety of types: actions such as magical summons, assists such as stat boosters, support such as all, which targets magic to every foe, and even commands such as steal. Along with stat boosting level ups through experience, ability point earned in battle level up materia, which can unlock higher level spells, for example. Equipment can even provide a boost on AP earned, meaning gear choice is also important. It's such an intuitive system despite sounding convoluted. It becomes second nature after a few hours. It allows for a variety of party builds, constant customization, and rewards in spades for exploration, as plenty of chests can contain materia. It's arguably the most gratifying system in any JRPG. Final Fantasy VII is also a content-rich game, though not as overwhelming as some in the genre. The main quest lasts around 40 hours, but numerous moments where you can change the approach, such as your entry into Shinra Tower on Disc 1, encourage return visits. However, it's the raft of side content that really extends the lifespan, turning the experience into one of mountainous depth. 2 optional characters can be recruited with their own side quests, including exploring a mansion and working out its curious puzzles. Powerful items, such as the potent Knights of the Round summon, require extensive endeavours to uncover, with this particular one needing you to breed an ultra-rare gold chocobo to find it. You can fight 2 optional super bosses with serious skill and planning required to overcome their challenge. There's much more besides. This is scratching the surface. Needless to say, it's a lengthy endeavour. Final Fantasy VII's impact can still be felt today, as JRPGs remain a prominent part of gaming despite their varying quality. We're even 2 entries deep into a trilogy of remakes for this game, close to 3 decades after its original release. The fact of the matter is this is a hugely important game, but it's worth mentioning that it's also perhaps one of the best, regardless of genre. Timeless mechanics, an incredible presentation, engrossing story, and a large amount of compelling content make it an exceptionally fun time. Even if you are unfamiliar with the workings of the genre, this is one game everyone needs to try at least once.